Tough game expected once again this weekend, but we're back at home and here come Widnes.
Look, second versus third, isn't it? So it's going to be another humdinger, as the saying goes. We had a tough one last week, and thankfully we came through on with a 2-point victory, which were challenged because they're big and physical at Featherstone, and we were coming off back of an obviously disappointing weekend in Wembley, and the mood in the camp was deflated that week. So we worked really hard to get them up. They got themselves up, and they put an 80-minute performance in there, which is defensively we were outstanding because we had to be, because we were camped on as a line for large parts of that game. But relieved to get the result against Featherstone, and a real good 2 points. So proud of them after the tough week they'd had. They'd come up and give everything, and that's all we can ask, And the scoreline was close for everybody, as we know. We had to dig really deep defensively, which is what they did, and showed loads of resilience. So great result, and just leads up nicely to the big game against Widnes, who not only got beat by Wakefield last week, which was a good game again, and they're playing well, and they've got some big fellas, and they've got some smart fellas, and they're playing with lots of confidence. So it's going to be another challenge for us, which we're really looking forward to. And the pleasing thing is we're back home, back-to-back games at home, which is needed.
Just how much does it play a part having a 2-week spell where you play home games and you're not having to worry about travelling anywhere?
You see, you get lost in it. We were at Batley, we were away, which is not far, then Wembley and the journey and all that. Just you forget what it's like to be home, even though you train here and in front of the loyal fans that we've got. So it means a lot. It means a lot to the boys in the comfortable surroundings. Is it going to mean anything in the game at the weekend? Well, look, these Widnes playing on a 3G pitch as well. So it's not going to give us any benefits in that. It'll be a fast-flowing game, and it'll be a cracker because, as I said, they're third, we're second. We go 3 points clear, or they go 1 point in front of us. So it's a real 4-pointer for us, and we're expecting them to come with loads of confidence, do what they do, and we'll have to do what we do.
You just touched upon there, obviously, the narrow defeat that Widnes had last weekend to Wakefield. It was only by 2 points, similar scoreline to us, but we obviously have that 2-point margin over Featherstone. That victory that we had, how much do we now try and use that as our advantage against a side who obviously came off with a defeat?
You can't use anything. It was a tough week, as I've said. We've recharged his batteries. We had a little bit of fun last night again. Because I always believe that it's the second week that you come unpicked. So we had a little bit of fun. We had the Hawks, Hillsborough Hawks Ambassador Club down for a training session. The boys did a session with all the different age groups. They did a little bit of warm-up. So it was really downbeat last night and really low intensity. Ramping up tonight, ramping up again on Friday to get ready for the big game. But look, what happened last week counts for nothing. We got the 2 points, they didn't. What they expected to get them were we. So, I think that they know how big a challenge this is. We know how big a challenge it is for each other. And the best team will win on the day. And we need to be a little bit better with the ball. We know that. But we need to have that same resilience and that same pride in how we go about as business defensively.
And this weekend's game, it's a designated inclusion fixture, celebrating pride. How great is it that we do things like this?
Yeah, it's great. Last week we were all about the LD. We had a festival, and it's great to see the smiley faces. And like you say, it's inclusivity this week with the pride, and there's going to be loads of people hopefully here to supporting us because that's what's great about the game, is that we're inclusive, and whether it's learning physical disabilities, whatever it is, walking rugby, touch rugby, wheelchair rugby, women's rugby, there's a place for everybody in this world, isn't there?